I was talking with Daniel, so I help Carlos prep and stuff. Are we recording?
Yes,
Oh,
Okay.
that kind of
but I can
breaks
edit out whatever.
breaks the immer. Well, no. Like, I just didn't know if we were. I see they're not in battle or anything, right?
Nah, I'm still waiting for him to show up.
Wow, we were making this really professional. Um, no, but like in Carlos's prep and stuff, I think he found some interesting ways that he has not yet used to counter, um, especially Gyarados, but mainly the whole team.
Right. Yeah, I'm interested to see if he's gonna keep using Gyarados to keep him at the top of the KO leaderboard, or if he
That
might
is
switch it up a
definitely
little
the
bit.
plan.
Yeah,
That
He's
seems to be
he
the
looking
is.
plan.
not
Yeah.
only to get the top position for KOs this season, but to take the overall league record.
Now, Ben, who would he be taking that overall league record from?
That's a good question. We looked it up and I don't remember.
Oh, it's Daniel in season. I
It's
looked
the
this up.
Celesteela, wasn't it?
It's the Celesteela.
Yeah.
He got 44 KOs
44
in season 13.
with Celesteela. Man, Tapu Lele. Yeah.
So yeah, Daniel is really looking hard. Oh, another bit of a fun fact for Team Skull. Currently, and pretty significantly, Gyarados has more kills than Team Skull has wins.
Interesting. That's definitely the case for Volcanion and Team Swarm, though, too, but we haven't had that many wins.
Okay, they're in a game now.
Oh, they're in
Okay.
a game now. Okay, they finally.
Let's open it up. All right, so who is missing?
So
Doesn't
So I
bring
don't-
but Gyarados.
We're missing the Azul from Los's team.
Missing Azelf. That's
And
not
also
too
Drifblim.
surprising. And
also
Drifblim,
Drifblim.
which was
I
a
know
I
really
will
speaking
good
tell
one.
you,
with-
Daniel was pretty spooked by the Drifblim, so he's probably pretty happy to see that it's not there.
And we see on
Interesting.
Daniel's side, he's missing the Slow King and the Gardevoir.
Okay, so he's definitely not going for any kind of Trick Room setup.
Yeah, I mean, we see Zapdos, and that Defiant is over there, and we see Statland, and all Statland does is Snarl, Parting Shot, and Intimidate.
Right. Yeah, he may not even bring Zapdos, but just to have that Defiance threat is
Yeah.
pretty scary.
Now, most weeks, Daniel hasn't been running Intimidate on Gyarados. He's been running it Moxie most weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I imagine that's what we're gonna see again. It's just so powerful, both being able to boost your speed with a Max Air, and Max Air is just so overpowered. The power on
is.
those is like absurd.
Right.
It upsets me that Poison got nerfed as hard as it did, but Flying still gets to be ridiculous.
Definitely,
Right.
and Max Knuckle is also awful too.
Yeah, Poison
And if he gets
and Fighting cap out at 90, with the exception of Reversal, is 100 power Dynamax for some reason.
I think Low Kick is also 100 powered. But I guess back to this game. So we see our Urasing, which is a new pickup, and we also see a Butterfree.
Hold on, could you say
Yeah.
that Pokemon's name again for me?
Yeah, I need you to.
That bear over there. So the bear over there. What do you guys expect either of those Pokemon to bring?
I mean, usually when I see Ursaring, I expect Guts. So some kind of Guts strategy, maybe with a Tailwind up, or because Ursaring is not particularly fast. But then again, neither is most of Skinner's team as well.
Ursaring does get the ability Unnerve, and Daniel has been shown to run the Walkenberry on his Gyarados to take electric moves. I don't know if that's what we'll see here, but it is a possibility.
That'd be pretty.
Yeah, I mean, when you got a 4x weakness, it's hard to not run it. And when everybody knows,
we do have the Marowak and the Pachirisu that their whole purpose is to keep electric moves off of Gyarados.
this is true.
Should we tell them that we're good to go?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get this started.
That's-
I'm glad you're able to see. I'm nervous to try to say it. Pachirisu, whatever.
Yes, you had it right.
'Cause I couldn't see it over here. I guess you can see the tail.
Yeah. Let's see how he's gonna lead. Okay, just go ahead and protect the Gyarados from that.
Looks like Daniel has brought out some Spanish names to really get in LosLightning's head. Could
Let's
we get
see,
it?
what
Wow,
are the
we're just
people
getting
now?
right into this.
Rage powder immediately.
Rage
Ew.
powder.
We gave them a lot of time to think.
Hops the sash,
And it goes ahead and kills
finishes
the
it in a
Butterfree.
trick room and an open slot for the bear to come into.
All right.
Now-
I do appreciate these Berserk-themed names.
Guts, Puck. Oh man, this is happening really fast.
The bear does have the name Guts. Are we expecting Guts to be run on the bear?
I would expect it at this point.
And the better question is Guts going to be the protagonist of this fight here? Okay, also, one thing that's important to me is that Marowak got the kill there, not Gyarados, so that's great. Great for me.
Oh, that's big.
Daniel's slipping.
Ooh, putting up a Reflect here. Although not...
Wow, that did so much through a reflect. And he
then
is
Gyarados
taking
gets
that
the
out.
kill with a defense boost as well. That's not ideal. He's guarding to get some
That was a
time
bit of a spooky
for the burn to kick
situation for
in.
that Zapdos because we could see another Max Airstream hit him.
Yeah, and with the attack boost, even the Reflect might not help that much.
It's a little nervous that LosLightning has dropped 2 Mon to get himself into this position.
Also, real
Wow.
unfortunate that...
Even
Oh,
with
wow,
the
that's a
boost
good
that
shot.
kills.
Ooh, he had the berry to protect. Smart.
What's is it smart to waste your berry when you have a protect like that?
I probably would have just gone for an attack because you've still got Trick Room, so you've at least got an opportunity to hit Gyarados before you go down.
Right. And if he has a Thunder Punch on Guts right now, I think that might be his move. Unless Gyarados decides to protect this turn, which he does.
Tex, Iron Defense.
Building the Iron Defense and the
He has a
Lightning.
max lightning. There is no berry on there.
Good to know. The Blaze Kick does nothing to a +2
Wow.
Steelix.
I mean, all Los has is physical attackers now. He has no
And we have
Dynamax.
one more turn of Trick Room, and in which Steelix is the fastest.
Felix became a very big problem very quickly.
Yeah, because a body press at this thing might kill the Ursaring.
Oh,
Even with Reflect up. Yikes, yeah, that's
wow!
instant
Even
kill.
with the reflect,
And the Blaze Kick again does nothing. And we're going for the bounce, which is unfortunately the only flying type move.
easy protect, easy Iron Defense there. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
As
guess
long
the
as
question
Steelix
is
gets the kill here, I'll
as
be
long as
happy.
Steelix gets the kill. Oh my gosh, is Steelix gonna get the kill?
Oh, he killed the Gyarados.
Oh, no one gets the kill.
No one gets it. Amazing.
He's not letting Daniel take that kill.
So that's only one kill for
Diana's
Gyarados in that
purpose.
match. That's my only investment here.
So, what can we expect LosLightning to do differently this game?
I mean, the Trick Room clearly didn't work out for him. It cost him too much to get it up, and it didn't benefit him once he had it up, really.
I think that
Definitely.
max guard that Skinner read so easily really hurt him in the long run. The max guard on the Ursa Ring for turn 1, if he had managed to hit something and maybe get some setup like a defense boost or an attack boost or something, he might have had a better shot there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, even just the damage output. I know you're not burned or anything, but
Yeah, a max lightning for even from that range probably would have killed the Gyarados.
Well, Marowak was still on the field at that point, so...
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, no, could have done that, but
yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Los has in store.
It's kind of interesting that he put Trick Room up and didn't bring Melmetal.
That's what I was just thinking. I wonder if Melmetal, under speed Steelix. Do you either of
It
you
does
all
not.
know? It does
I'm
not. Wow.
I'm really surprised, like, because Los didn't bring Melmetal in the fight against me either, and I'm shocked at how little use he's getting out of Melmetal in some cases. Like, because last season it was just such a beast to deal
Yeah.
with Rami.
True. I'm curious. I think you're almost forced to bring in the Tapu Lele here, just so you have something with the Steelix. But the Steelix is going to hurt the Lele too. So
I remember Los in his fight against me running Tapu Lele without Psychic Surge, just so he could use priority moves, which was an interesting strategy because I was not prepared for a fake out. But yeah.
yeah, I'm not sure if we're seeing a telepathy or psychic surge, or if we'll even see it.
All right, there we go.
Well,
We got the
we
Psychic
will
Surge.
see it, and it's psychic surge.
Psychic Surge doesn't stop like Prankster Reflect or Tailwind though. So well, he's not going to have Tailwind here, but
It also
That is
wouldn't
correct.
stop him from using Prankster moves on Gyarados because Gyarados is a flying type.
true.
However, if he was going for a Thunder Wave, it would get redirected into the Marowak anyway.
Immediately, some big boys we're seeing here.
Getting the Reflect up
Wow,
and
getting that
Phantasming
kill.
and a defense
Defense
drop.
drop.
Amazing. Going for the
The
Airstream, but it
early
won't
removal
kill.
of the Marowak is very important if he wants to use any electric moves.
Yeah, it'll be interesting if we did not see who's
We might see a
Daniel
T-Wave
had
here.
Pachirisu.
If he's running Thunder Wave, I think that would be his best move here.
I think a big thing that we saw the last game was Carlos finding out that there was not a Waken Berry on Gyarados. That may open him up to...
Oh, he got
Wow,
it.
what a
Expecting it.
read!
Wow.
Well, I mean, he
Oh,
learned
that
last
is-
game that he really didn't have a good answer for Steelix. So while he's got a big special attacker out here, he might be trying to remove it, knowing that he's
This
got
is-
electric
this also-
moves on Ursaring in the back to take Gyarados out.
This is putting, even Gyarados in or Tapu Lele in a tough position. It's getting outsped by Gyarados.
Oh, for sure. Unless he has Thunder Wave.
Let's see. We have seen Trick Room, Reflect, and Expanding Force. I guess we're not too certain about that last move.
Right. Normally you'd want Fake Out, but if he's running Psychic Surge, then it's not ideal. Yeah, no, seems to be no chance here.
He seems to be very concerned about getting the Steelix out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what.
So now we have Gyarados +1. both attack and on the kill counter for the game.
And a speed boost. It's not
Yes.
going to be great for whatever comes out next.
Now
unless he can set up Trick Room.
the defense down could be something because we know there's quite a few physical attackers, but we see a Butterfree coming in third.
Is he going to try and sleep powder?
What's your all's thoughts on?
It's looking like he really wants to get Steelix out of there. He's probably got Melmetal or Ursaring in the back that he thinks can Thunder Punch
Tailwind.
Gyarados.
Oh, a big flinch.
Oh. Wait. Oh, wait. Puck flinched? Oh, man. He was going for the double flinch, but yeah. Well, Rock Slide didn't matter, but
Kind of
that's
interesting
unfortunate.
bringing
But the
another
Tailwind is up.
Sportmon in after.
Healing the puck. And expanding force. Interesting. I really thought he'd be running sleep powder, or at least try it. All right, now he's got this guy out.
Zapdos into sweep. 2 more turns of Trick Room. I imagine Zapdos is now outspeeding Gyarados, but
What's it going to do to Gyarados?
what's it gonna do? And we
Right.
also see the Psychic Terrain is gone. Charm
He's
seems to be
charmed.
the
That's his
last move.
fourth move. And he's going for the
And
stun.
even now, he's still going after the Steelix.
Now, I think this is something big for Carlos. I think he needs to realize that he has that berry on Zapdos, and he needs to just say, "I'm going to tank it. I'm going to live."
He doesn't go for it.
He doesn't go for it. This next expanding force should kill Steelix.
For sure, but the Tailwind's gone.
Tailwind is gone. That's big. Gyarados is probably going to get in the air.
Since it's faster, for sure. He may charm the...
I think you just charm it. You kill the Steelix, and then you let it get in the air.
Daniel's still got another Pokemon.
There's
There we
that
go.
charm.
We'll see what...
The Iron Head.
Nothing.
But there's still a fourth, and it's Stoutland.
Oh
Ooh.
no!
Uh-oh.
It's looking like Los is going to turn this around.
It might just happen that way. Going for the Protect. That's not a good idea right here, but...
We see Stoutland is named Dog Mustache.
Piero Bigote.
Well, I mean, how else would you describe this animal?
I mean, probably Mustache Dog.
Steel Serpent. Mustache Dog. Water Dragon. And Bandino del Cranio. I don't know that one off the top of my head. Charming the Stoutland. Bounce gets the berry weekend. Oh, big para.
Paralyzed.
That's man, that's just Skinner's got the Hex guy on speed dial. Oh no, again. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Everyone's paralyzed. His side is all paralyzed, and his other side is oh my gosh.
So we got one side who
painful.
cannot do any damage, and then we have another side who cannot move.
I'm just reminded of the time I had my opponent paralyzed. Oh, a crit! Oh, that's so disgusting.
Oh, two crits.
Okay.
Double crit!
That's that's so awful. Oh man, Lefs. Crit absolutely mattered. Double crit. Triple para.
PC Carlos has put in the chat, good game, but I think he is fuming at this point.
Oh man.
A double crit to win the game
GGSD.
after multiple paralyzes. is just
That was oh man.
that's painful.
That is so much pain. Well, how many I didn't count how many kills Gyarados got, but at least it ended in 2 games as opposed to 3. Oh man. Um
I we need to get these interviews going.
this is
I don't know what to say to Los.
what's the scripture about ye are the salt of the earth? Oh boy. This is
I think we can all agree that I believe that these Spanish nicknames led to this crit. I think Daniel was doing some, I don't know, some praying to the hack gods.
yeah, the ancient Aztec hack gods for their blessing. Yeah, I think it was it who was I going against? Oh no, it was Drowned, where I had a paralysis and it just didn't proc at all for like 11 turns in a row.
Yeah, Daniel clearly had Griff's hacks guy on the phone.
Just
I need Showdown on the line.
What would you like to tell him?
I would like to give him this videotape and be like, "Hey guys, listen, I was playing. I'd say I was playing pretty all right second game, and then Showdown said, "You know what, buddy? But we don't like you." I was like, "Oh, I didn't know." And then it decides to triple paralyze and then double crit. I was like, "Oh, okay, well that's okay. Yeah. I mean, what else do you want? You want my house? You want my car?"
Firstborn.
You really did recover well in that second game. The first game, it seemed to be everything was kind of going the way you wanted, but you just weren't getting the results out of the.
Yeah. Like I know on replay it doesn't show it, but like, uh, in game. Well, I guess on tape it'll show, but like we were going like we knew each other's moves. Like he knew what he was gonna do, and I knew what I wanted to do. Like the first 3 turns, I feel like went by really quick, and then along the lines, I'm like, okay, I kind of accept that this is gonna be a loss because of like just Gyarados, and I think what sealed the bag was the Steelix Iron Defense, and I was like, ooh, I don't have anything to deal with that. So I was like, okay, that's pretty much wraps for game one.
Yeah, I noticed you
Because
really attacked into the Steelix a lot game 2.
yeah, and that's how I translated over, and like that's why I brought Tapu Lele because I kind of calculated like, oh, his special defense isn't that like high, and I could just like max Phantom it, and it'll do a good chunk of damage where I feel like comfortable enough to deal with it. So that's why I was like, yeah, I just want to get rid of I want to get rid of the Steelix because like the Gyarados I can deal with, as you guys saw with Charm. Like I just wanted to charm it away or reflect and just control, like slow game it out. Uh
I really think you would have had that too. Having that control of just not being able, but if if Showdown
some
decides,
some I forgot bounce could paralyze, I'm being honest. I was like, oh, I guess it can. And
yeah,
then
And you probably
and
do quite a bit of damage to that Stoutland with a stab. You know, I imagine, were you trying to go after Stoutland?
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
in my match against Skinner, I also got paralyzed from the bounce, but it wound up working in my favor because he had set up Trick Room. But
Mm.
in this case, absolutely not.
Yeah, because I mean, at that point, when I was like, after one charm, I was like, Gyarados isn't much of a threat to me anymore because he needs to like double like kill to get his Moxie off, and I was like, I'm just gonna charm it away at some point with a Reflect. I wasn't like scared of Gyarados after one charm,
Yeah,
and
I think.
then
Go ahead.
No, and that's why I was like, okay, like next I'm gonna deal with the Stoutland and then the Stoutland Intimidate, and that's exactly like last minute. I was thinking about it. I'm like, I know he's not gonna bring Intimidate Gyarados, but if he brings the off chance of Stoutland and I have my Zapdos out there, like it's just gonna sweep. So that's why I was like, I'm just gonna bring it just in case, and that would have helped if it weren't
It
for.
should have worked out.
It should have worked out, but that's the name of the game. Sometimes you get unlucky, and sometimes you get very unlucky. Uh,
Yeah, those are the only options.
Those are the only two options.
those are the only two options.
Unless
So-
you're
But,
a Skinner.
What went into your thought process using the pollen puff onto Meowstic to heal back up?
Oh, I knew that like Butterfree is very squishy, and I just like with Meowstic there, I was like, since the pollen puff, so what it does for people who don't know, like it restores health, but if it's super effective against the Mon that you give it to, that's an ally, it gives you more health. So that's why I was like, yeah, like Meowstic is just I'm just gonna have it sit there. I'm gonna pollen puff it a little bit to heal it and just make it like an annoying Mon.
If it's allergic, it'll get strong. I don't know.
Yeah, if it's allergic, it'll get stronger. And that's what I was like, okay, like Butterfree's gonna be dead anyway, so might as well just heal my other Mon up and just have Zapdos out there with a fully healed Meowstic, basically.
One question. Did you have sleep powder on Butterfree?
I did.
Okay. I was just wondering if that was a possibility. But yeah, it's hard to do when you're afraid of Protect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanted to have at least something guaranteed. Like if I think I would have like been upset with myself if he foresaw the sleep powder rather than just healing my Meowstic and just like basically just having it fully healed. Have two fully healed, basically two Mons out there that are ready to go instead of like one that's like half and one that's like about to like either be fully targeted or anything like that.
Plus, the way
So.
these games went, he would have just immediately woken up anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's no guarantee with the sleep powder.
Hmm.
But it is guaranteed with the paralyze.
Listen, some people have this special skill called hacks. No, but I mean, he played really well game one, and then game two. Sometimes that's how it is. That
Hmm.
the paralysis that can change games. If people are like, oh, like Thunder Wave, like maybe it's like low chance of the paralysis. No, I mean,
And who knows? Maybe he would have just swept you game 3. Who knows?
who knows? Yeah, but
he also had a flinch on you on an Iron Head.
he did. He did.
Ah,
Oh,
man,
okay.
yeah. I can't think of any instance on your side where there was any amount of RNG in your favor.
No.
He hit all his rock slides.
Yeah, he hit the Iron Head. He not to put the cherry on top. He critted both times at near the end. I'm like,
that was just disrespectful.
that was. I don't know what I did to Daniel to
He even
deserve
said
this.
crit time earlier on turn 10.
Yeah, he did. He did. That was
like
the
he was
code.
calling it.
That was the secret message he sent to Showdown to be like, guys, I donated to you millions of dollars to keep this website up. Please. No. But
My match with Skinner went pretty similarly, although not nearly as bad. We went to game 3, and we were both playing really well. But yeah, the game 3 just resulted in having to leave it up to Showdown. Just really good
Yeah.
matches overall, but every now and then that's just how it happens.
Hi.
Welcome.
Sorry, my dogs are going crazy.
You
I'm
have to
going
post your
crazy.
bank statements in the chat now.
I did call it, didn't I?
You did call it. Yeah. 8-ball corner pocket.
Probably the biggest thing coming out of this battle is Gyarados only got 3 kills across 2 battles.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Very good for me.
Yeah.
So
That means I only need to get 7 kills in my match against Grundis tomorrow.
Only 7.
Only 7.
Yeah, not too
So-
much.
So Daniel, I guess what was your thoughts, specifically game 1 seeing that trick room?
Oh, I was so happy he set Trick Room. I mean, I got Marowak. I mean, he didn't do a ton, but he took a lot of heat off of Gyarados because Trick Room, you don't think Gyarados is going to do anything, and it worked out pretty well for me. And Steelix just completely walls like everything on Los's team for some reason. An Iron Defense, and then he just can't get killed very easily at all, especially when I saw he didn't bring like Lele or anything. So I was like, okay, and Steelix is just going to sit here and win this game.
Yeah, we saw him adjust game 2, bringing that Lele out first and really going after Steelix. One other thing, we saw you not running the Electric Berry on Gyarados. What was the thoughts over that?
The what?
The thoughts over not running the Electric Berry on Gyarados.
Well, I was worried about Sleep Powder from that Butterfree who didn't use it once, so I just put goggles on.
Oh, okay. So it's a good thing he didn't decide to use it.
Yeah, I was thinking he'd try to sleep the Gyarados, and I thought when he tossed out that game 1, I thought he was going to sleep the Gyarados and Trick Room with the Meowstic, which is why I went for Airstream and Shadow Bone, thinking I would drop Butterfree to Sash and I'd just straight out kill the Meowstic, and then it would have been pretty easy after that. But he didn't try it, so he didn't get to. Well, he did get to see it once he put up sand, and I wasn't taking any damage, and it was just chipping his team down. Hey, quit barking, you dumbass. There's nothing there.
I think they're just excited.
They're very excited. I mean, double crit. How often does that happen? Unless your name's Kokosho and you get 4 in a row.
That is true. Yeah.
All the luck you had in that game, I don't think you have any right to complain.
I mean, to be fair, I parried and I was going for Iron Head, so he had a very, very hard uphill battle to break through para and flinches, so I wasn't
Yeah,
going to
but
do
I
much
think
damage.
but getting through any of those paras, he would have taken out Statland immediately, and then it would have been a 2v1.
Well, Gyarados was faster, so
True. But yeah, you're only going
Every
to get
time
one
It's
he-
like
out of that.
no attack.
yeah, but every time he got parried, he was going for Detect, so I mean, each time that he would have just attacked, he would have got an Iron Head, and he would have had to break through the para and the flinch too. So I did get lucky with the crits, but I think I still won. I still win that exchange eventually.
You think?
Actually.
Yeah, Carlos, what's your thoughts on that?
I thought Gyarados was out of commission. I was like, I was not worried about Gyarados anymore. I was like, I knock out Stoutland, and that Gyarados is at what 0.29 attack. I was like, I'm seeing pretty, but there was
Right, you
three
can't flinch both of
turns in
them.
a row. I was like, it's 3 turns in a row of paralysis, and then the flinch on Meowstic. I was like, well,
And then the double crit.
that's
So-
3 turns with not only that, but a defense down on Gyarados. I was like, I'm not worried. But yeah, I was
Maybe you
like,
should have been.
huh?
Maybe you should have been.
We'll
No.
never know.
I should have been afraid of the paralysis, I guess.
You should have ran shell armor or safe, or what's the word? What's the move? Safeguard.
Safeguard.
Yeah.
I thought about it. I'm not gonna lie, I did think about it because of
Big Lucky
Grimmsnarl.
Chance the move that blocks crits.
Yeah. Honestly, I was waiting for you to charm the
Lucky Chant,
Gyarados right off the start in game 2. Even like when you tossed out Lele and Meowstic, I was like, all right, he's going to charm Gyarados right away. And I thought, well, I'll go for the speed boost, and maybe you won't attack into Marowak, and I'll get the kill on Meowstic. And then you just obliterated Marowak, and I was like, okay, well, this turn, here comes the charm. He's going to charm Gyarados, so I
Here comes
protected,
the
and you
smolder.
you didn't you didn't do it. So I was like, okay. And then as soon as psychic terrain went down, you did, and I was like, oh, he must have thought he couldn't charm me in terrain, but I'm flying, so I'm not on the terrain.
Easy to forget that about
Oh,
Gyarados.
no, I don't know. I wasn't thinking of that. I think I reflected, and then I just wanted to chip damage with expanding force. Really,
Okay.
yeah. Like, like I was telling them earlier that the Steelix, like after game one, like as soon as it iron defenses, I just said that's game one. Like that's wrapped.
Yep.
So
Yep.
like that's when I was like, okay, like game two, like obviously, like I was like, I need to get rid of Steelix and I need to like get rid of Marowak, and we're sitting pretty because I just thought after a couple charms, Gyarados is just like kind of just sitting there. So
Yeah, that was kind of part of my plan by tossing Steelix out when I did. I was like, okay, he's gonna want to kill Steelix because it pretty well walls most of his team, so I can have Gyarados kind of sit here and do whatever he wants.
but the good thing was that I wanted the Phantasm to like affect Gyarados because the defense just kept dropping. So it's like okay, like I mean, like as the turns go, like it's still an investment to have his
Right.
defense go down and then just you have the chance to like one
Yeah.
hit KO with something. So I was like, it'll add up at near the end, but alas, the
Alas.
paralysis and flinches, and then the icing on top with a freaking the double crit. I don't know what I did to you, Daniel, but goddamn.
I didn't hold back very much, did I?
You freeze me a season ago. Now you paralyze me. Are you gonna burn me next season? Is that the trifecta?
You were burning yourself today, so because I had Willow, and I was thinking about Willowing the Ursaring, and I was like, yeah, it's probably Guts. I was like, what are the
I told
chances
you it
he's
had
gonna?
guts. It's in its name.
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't honestly. I didn't even look. I was just like, oh shit, that's Ursaring. He probably gets Thunder Punch. But then I was like, oh, he might be Guts. He might protect and waste a turn here, so I'll just attack into his other slot. And
Mm-hmm.
you did.
Yeah. But I honestly thought that I had a game two if it weren't for all the paralysis and flinches. But that's part of the game. So I was like,
Yeah.
it'd
That's
be
always
how
a
it'd
rough one. Like whenever you like lose game one and then lose game two with a lot of stuff like that. It's like, oh, maybe if I had a chance. I remember my very first match in this league was like that, where at game two, and I was just so interested that I was like, can we do like a game three off the books real quick, just so I can see how good I would have done. But yeah, that's how it goes.
Well, gentlemen,
Yeah.
thank you for the awesome games. think we have some more games to get to later tonight.
Great job not getting Gyarados too many kills. It made me feel a lot better. That's the main reason I wanted to commentate here.
Yeah, next week's the week.
All right,
I knew
we'll
this week
see.
was going to be rough.
Oh man, yeah, I've got one this week and then another. Yeah, we'll see. I'm just hoping to go 5-5 at this point. Like this has been
I'll
pretty rough.
say, even if I lost, I feel a lot more comfortable with my team now. Like
Yeah.
I felt like
Yeah, you
something-
played your team a lot better this time.
yeah, something was missing the last couple of weeks, and I was like, man, some of them I'm on like it's so awkward. So now I feel a lot better. So it's just a matter of time, adjusting and getting to see what other combos I can think of, and like I told them, I really like the pull and puff with Meowstic a lot.
Yeah, I
was telling
didn't.
some of the
I
guys
didn't like
when
that.
we were practice battling with Daniel that your team was a lot of fun to play with.
Oh yeah. It's a good time because you got there's a lot of utility there. And that's what I wanted it for. I really want like the not to be just a one-trick pony type of deal. So
That's what I love about this league is that you could discover so many things that like you don't expect to be as good as they are, like Butterfree, or in my case, Boltund is like just has so much utility that you wouldn't expect.
right.
Well, and not only that, but they also like fit into your team like perfectly, whereas they wouldn't fit into other people's teams, right? But for some reason, it just meshes up really nice, and it's like, oh, this is really good.
Right, yeah, because I had trouble using Clefairy, and then I traded it to Sephiroth, and he just like sweeps with it in his next game with it, and it's like, okay. So as long as somebody gets to use it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes that's just how it is. You just gotta have the right combination.
It looks like Sephiroth is about to start his battle, so.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
To go watch. Yeah, GG, man. Sorry about the hacks.
No, you're good. It's part of the game. GG's.
Right.